370, 370, well, 250 gone surely better than that. I'm afraid over 57, I'm afraid over 50, I'm afraid over 57, I'm afraid 50 metres. I'm at 50 now, I'm afraid 57, I'm afraid over 57.
Oh, mate, don't say that.
Welcome to the Meat Game Podcast, where the bulls run wild and the stories last. Country boys, butchers, and cowboys too, running hard on the truth like we always do.
Welcome to another episode of the Meat Game Podcast with Brando, Fieldy, and that badass bull Hamish. There he is, he's up and about again.
He's noisy, mate.
Guys, I just want to kick off by thanking our sponsors because the last podcast we did, we forgot all about it, Fieldy.
We're up and about.
We're going to do it at the end, and I don't know what happened.
No, we got too excited.
Talking to Lawsy and just
talking and
one thing
carrying on.
Yeah. So, guys, I'd like to kick off by thanking Icon Pack. They've been with us since day one. We thank them very much for everything they do for us. Our good mate at 2J's Brew Q Fab, Joshy Jameson.
Yep.
PBSA POS Systems, shed some light on your business with PBSA POS Systems. We thank Tramontina for our knife wall and Taste Merchant Rubs. Elevate your cooking with Taste Merchant Rubs.
And the new one. You forgot about the new one.
Wattle and Flame.
And geez, haven't all been getting into that.
Wattle and Flame. We're going to have a real good... Actually, you will have heard about that by the time you hear this podcast. We're going to go into depth a little bit more. I found a lot more information about them, and it's... but anyway, we'll...
Brandon's a little bit excited.
You would have already heard it by now, so I won't talk any more about it. We'd also like to thank our newest sponsor, Wattle and Flame Charcoal.
Yeah.
Charcoal that burns longer, and it's made out of mallee roots, as you would have heard on Monday's podcast.
Yeah. Brandon loves it. It's from his hometown, so he loves it. No, not hometown, home area.
Yeah, I don't know where home is these days, but yeah, it's an area where I'm from. I've moved around a bit. I was thinking that today. If someone asked you where is home, I don't know where I'd say. Probably Wagga. I'd probably say Wagga.
Nah, the Bay.
But yeah, well, I've lived here longer than I've lived anywhere. So yeah. Anyway,
we've got
tangent.
Tangent.
Guys,
we can go on some.
Guys, we've got a guest in the studio today. Now, we're going to talk transport today, and you will have heard the term Without Trucks Australia Stops. So basically, it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're any part of this industry and a lot of others, it's a truck that's got it there. It doesn't matter if it's livestock, doesn't matter if it's meat, it doesn't matter if it's groceries, cars, everything comes on a truck. Now, the fellow I got in front of me has got a wealth of information. I had good fun trying to study him today. I thought, this bloke's done everything. I just gave up in the end. He's done a bit of everything.
Well, let him tell us. He's
a truck driver, business owner, operations manager, logistics manager, a trainer, director at AgriGrowers Logistics, a transport and logistics company based in Tamworth, focused on agricultural freight and livestock haulage. I'd like to welcome to the show Wade Lewis. Thanks for coming in, brother.
No worries. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, mate.
For inviting me.
Hey, so you're having a little bit of a breather with the family in Newcastle?
Yeah. We've had a pretty hard time, busy few weeks or few months.
And we've jumped all over you. We said you're not going back without having a yarn with us. So another one. Thank you very much to Demi.
Demi Lolbach, yep.
Yep, she's good at dobbing us all in.
How do you go?
What did Grant Coleman say? She got more connections than a box of Lego.
Proper, mate. I could tell you, you can be anywhere in Australia with her, and she'll know someone. Yeah. I'll know her. I'm telling you, we're in a pub down there in Victoria, and just one pub town, sit down having a feed. Blake walks in. G'day, Demi.
Yeah.
Fair to him. Where? How can this happen?
Yeah.
She's like, but such and such. Oh, by the way, he's from Tamworth,
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, knows everyone.
And you won't hear a bad thing said.
Nah, and I was about to say that if I heard a bad thing said about her, I'd have something to say back.
That'd be a blue one.
I'm sorry, there is one bad point about her.
No, we'll come back to that.
There is one ordinary point about her, which we will bring up later.
Yeah, we're going to have a word about that later.
We just got to put that one to bed.
Nearly intervention.
It is an intervention, nearly, but we'll come on to that later.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
No, absolutely. And the way you're sort of connected with Demi at the moment, you're doing a fair bit with the MLA side of it, helping her, eh?
Yeah. Been fortunate enough to help give MLA and Integrity Systems a hand, getting out and about across Australia, talking to, initially it was with transport operators, but sort of morphed now into the whole supply chain about electronic vendor decks, which is probably not the most bloody sexy topic out there, but it's probably a lot of people don't realise how important that.
Oh, it's a game
livestock
changer.
feedback is to the whole industry and to Australia.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Well,
In many different,
Scary.
facets.
yeah.
From the farmer, processor, it just helps everyone.
Especially the processor. Like what these guys were telling me, I don't know much about that side of it, but what they were saying is they'll turn up with cow shit and everything on the piece of paper, leave it in the letterbox.
Oh, the old
there
days.
you go.
Well,
Well,
no,
that's a
actually,
document.
we were talking with Demi. It was Demi's
Yeah.
Demi's podcast. We're talking about the old day, 20 years ago. You know, they had the vendor decks. Farmers would lead them jammed in the gate, and you come in and it'd be wet or it'd have cow shit all over it. Then you'd get them on the kill floor and they'd be missing tags because the tags have fell off. And it's just a game changer these days.
Deck, right? It's a stat deck. Most people think they just got to fill it out so they can transport it.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's a stat deck.
Yeah.
And our customers, Australia's customers, require it, and
Yep.
they are very hard on it. And the processor doesn't understand. Like the processor is only enforcing what their customer is doing, or the sale is only enforcing it. But it's so important right from the producer to have it filled out correctly.
And that used to be a nightmare. Like, at least now it's online, they've got to fill it out correctly. Like, you get the vendor deck and it wouldn't be filled out right, so you can't kill them until that vendor deck's filled out correctly.
Yeah.
And even a real small thing like we were just talking about before, it helps with the story.
Yeah.
You can follow that. It helps talk right from the day it was born right through to the day it gets sold on a tray.
Oh, and you can track it its whole life. You can track it. So that was, with the tail tags, you used to be able to track it back to the farm that it came from, and it could have been in that farm 6 months ago.
Yep.
You don't know where it's come from before then. So
I talk about it like it's so important just for Australia to have it.
Yep.
And doing electronic, you're not telling them to do paperless. It's easier to do. We all get paid on weight, or the producers paid on weight. So if you've sold it on direct over the hook, and you send in a piece of paperwork, it's not correct. The vet won't approve the process of the processor. So they're sitting out the back.
Yeah.
What the
Waiting
only
on
thing
paperwork.
they're doing is losing weight.
that's right.
Yeah.
We're all paid on numbers, We're paid on the weight.
Or if they've forgotten it, they've got to go back to their farm,
Oh,
go back, waste time, and then bring it back, and then the processor will go, well, I can't kill it today.
Yep.
I've got to kill it tomorrow. So then, like you say about the weight,
Even if the numbers, and I said this on Demi's podcast, if the vendor deck says 20 and there's 22, no, she's out. Yep.
you're taking the whole lot out
Oh, it's a whole lot of it. There's two in there that, it's
because you don't know which two aren't in there.
no, that's that's how strict it is. Yeah.
Like when I was a young, like with the change we're going through now, when I was a young fellow, I worked in the sale yards taking receivals on Sunday nights, and they had the pink tail tag back then, and the ear tags come in at the same time. So I still remember take and receive the cattle, and the cocky give you a pile of ear tags and say, oh, by the way, just give them to the agent,
Yeah, well,
Technically, like, that's a disaster, because technically the cocky the fella shouldn't have been selling. The agent probably shouldn't have been doing it. Well, shouldn't have been. Not probably, shouldn't have been. But that's the way. And it wasn't until one point where they just said no more tail tags. If you turn up that button.
Yeah. Oh, those buttons are a game changer. Like, I remember the end day sulphon thing was going on back in the day, and we had to, like, out of a mob of 20 cattle, there'd be one tag in there that needs to be tested. You got to get the fat out, the kidney fat out of it and test it. Yeah. So you run around the pen trying to read tail tags, you get kicked 5 times. You'd be black and blue by the time you got this one out of it. It was.
And then the study's done right. If we have a disease outbreak, as it stands now, if we're all paper based, it's weeks before they work out where the disease. So the whole country shuts down.
Yep.
At least if it's electronic and it's available, it's ours.
That's right.
And,
well, every time
And you can isolate exactly where it's come from. Innit?
you can honour any report you do, and you can do this as a till report. You can do it as what we do a report every day.
Yep.
You can put filters in there,
Yep.
so you'll be able to find out really, really quick just by putting all these filters in these computers. So it's a must do.
people probably don't realise how far stock travelled in this country.
Oh yeah,
Like they're killing down the bottom of Victoria.
Yep.
They're killing cows coming out of the Channel country.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Like that's how distance we're killing animals or processing animals. Is a better word for it, from Western Australia.
Yep.
In Tamworth.
Yeah, no.
But even on a feedlot level, like we were putting cattle in from bottom of South Australia, and cattle also coming in from Longreach. Yeah, in the same, and some coming in from right in the territory, all going into the one feedlot. Well, now you know exactly what property they come from. Were they on a property before that?
Well, cooking with a truckie was in Victoria last week.
Yeah.
He was in and he's going all the way to Queensland.
Yeah.
So
anyway, that's how I ended up doing some work with MLA and Integrity Systems, and I quite enjoy it. But really, I really am think it's so important for the industry and Australia.
they're going that way with lamb now, with the
the
earbuds.
tag.
Yeah.
I mean, Victoria's had that for years.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and it's a cost.
Yeah.
It is. But what's the cost of losing our markets or not being able to sell it? Because remember, we can't eat what we produce.
Yeah.
We've got to get it out
Yeah.
of the country.
Yeah.
And the more and more we can do traceability and be that in front, like you look at what in the beef game, for example, Argentina and Brazil pumping out.
Yeah.
Like we're nothing really in the.
Well, that's what we were talking about China. Like all that meat that goes to China accounts to 8% of what they're buying.
Yeah, we're only 8%.
Like,
We're nothing.
So imagine what America and like you say about Brazil,
Brazil,
and Argentina. What
well, they've got a
they are.
million ton quota or something.
Yeah.
So whatever we could do to have a difference to our competitors.
Yeah.
Well, we have got one of the best traceability systems in the world, haven't we? Yeah.
And we need to keep it that way.
And it's funny, even the Americans, they sort of look at it like I think ours is even stricter than theirs, which you would think would be crazy because you think they'd be a lot more advanced.
Well, one of the things I got out of Groover, Groover's in Vietnam, and one thing that they really want to do is start the traceability better.
Yeah.
Do all the food safe a lot better.
Yeah.
Because it's a must do.
Yeah. Well, obviously they've come over and seen how successful it is over here, and the MLA and that, and what they're doing, and they're trying to.
That's right.
Which I think's great. Good on them.
It all has the critics, but I'll tell you, if we didn't have it, we wouldn't be where we are.
Yeah.
I would have crook guts a fair bit more.
And all these diseases that we know are out there, there haven't been too many over here.
No.
Like the bad ones. Yeah.
Done pretty well.
Yeah, we have done very well.
Yeah. But anyway, there's our tangent.
We're
That
getting-
was, what was that, Brendan? 10-minute tangent?
He calls me
We are
tangents,
good.
yeah.
We are good. We want to know where it all started, mate. Where it all started to get you to where you are now. And you and I were talking earlier. You were saying you were pulling tenderloins at Fletcher's with, what was her name? Jean.
Oh, John.
Oh, Jean, the Yugoslavian.
Yugoslavian.
Teaching you all the swear words under the sun.
Yeah, and we went to a bloody all boys high school. I thought I knew every swear word, mate. I'm sure I didn't. It turns out. But yeah, I bloody always sort of been a worker as a young fella. School wasn't my thing at all. I sort of they let me out of primary school because I got too big for the seats, and just went on to high school, and that was good because
I like that.
Plenty of footy there, and I wasn't even smart enough, I don't think, to get into the high school I got into. But my old man went out there. I remember I was devastated. I was getting sent to the Catholic school. I thought, I can't be going to the Catholic school. and my old man's probably must have saw it too, and I don't know, he made up an excuse why we had to go out there, and he's just rocked up to the deputy principal. I remember sitting in the hallway, and he just walked in. I don't know what he said, what happened, but come out and he goes, "Come on, boy, we've got to get your uniform." And next thing you know, it was a selective school, Farrer up there, Big
Farrer
Brown
at Tamworth.
Yeah. Jason Strong, the MLA sort of fellas, and a lot of good blokes.
Yeah, I went to Yanko Ag.
Good
Very
stuff.
similar, yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what happened. I changed over and I turned up, And I was pretty happy because it was outside and footy and all the rest of it. And again, I only hung around because of footy, and I loved agriculture in itself.
And they play a lot of footy. I think the only way I got into Yanko is I played rugby league. That was I wasn't very smart. I'm still not very smart.
I think I've said it a few times. we were a cracking school football team when I was playing, and we had some good players. We got towed up by Yanko. We got flogged. We got
because my school scores weren't very good. And it was a selective high school, but I played rugby league, and that was a good.
I think I got to admit, I'm pretty sure. I remember Kevin Haycock, his name was a deputy principal. He's walked out, and I was still a pretty big lad, even in there. And he's looked me up and down and goes, "Do you play football?" I said, "Yes, I do, sir." He goes, "Well, that would be right."
You'll be right then.
Yeah, that was the rest of it. I wasn't that good at it. That was a very good play. A lot of Australia rep players that come out when I was there. But and I just done all the ag subjects pretty much. I didn't even get I'd done year 12, but I didn't get a TER or whatever they call it. In the uni, anything to do with ag, I just done it. I just wanted to be outside.
It made sense. A lot of stuff for me never made sense. It's the way my brain works, but the agricultural stuff always did.
English is hopeless for me. Maths
was a nightmare.
Yeah, but for me, I can add up other numbers, but English, it's bloody maths and business studies, mate, and ag. That were my three things. But anyway, was there and didn't really know. I wanted to be a stock and station agent, right or wrong, because that's what I wanted to do. And Rodger Fletcher, he rang up one day and when I was still at school and said, "What are you going to do after school?"
He rang the school or?
Yeah, no, he rang home. I still remember we had the phone on the wall and his secretary rang up looking for me and don't know what, must have been after school hours or something when I was home. But and I knew who he was, he was a legend. And he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I don't really know. I'm just going to go Jackarooing or something." And he goes, no. And then I said, I'd like to go to university, which is...
I did the same. I was just going to go and have a blood.
That's
it. I'm not wasting another $1 on your education.
I actually thought, bloody playing rugby at uni would be all right. Like, that's what I actually don't know what I was going to do, but I was going to go anyway, to have a look. And he goes, no, you be coming to my university. And, when they give you the break or whatever to go to... supposed to study or whatever. With that break, I went out there and worked, And they were kind enough to put me up while I was out there and come home and done my exams. And I had a good mate, still one of my best mates now. He works for Fletcher. He was a lot smarter than me. He
done all your assignments for you?
Yeah. I come home and I said I could come back and he was a boarder. He said, "What did you do?" And study. So I went out and worked at Fletcher's. He goes, I said, "I got $180 for a week." He goes, "Hey?" I said, "I got
big money back then.
$180, mate." He goes, "You reckon I'd get a job?" So I don't know. Anyway, Rodger found out about him, and he went out there as well. And
He went to that university?
Yeah, so he's still there. He's head of marketing there now. So, but so I just finished my last exam, mate, in ag, which went home and my ute was packed up for me.
Yep.
And drove out to Dubbo and got there, and Rodger found out I was there, and they were short of workers in the bone room, so I went straight out to the bone room, and they put me at the tenderloin table with old John. Mate, I tell you, bloody baptism of fire, proper, just in this little corner, and there's 10 carcasses a minute or whatever going past you, and they're just chucking these things at you. You got, I don't know what a tenderloin was, and you're peeling them and getting them, and they're packaging them right then and there. And so if they're not perfect, and she's up you, and you're the new bloke, you're this kid, so you got all old school bonus still back then.
Oh, it takes you back, doesn't it? When you first day at the abattoirs, you start.
You'll never forget it.
Nah,
never ever forget it, mate. Oh yeah. So it's peeled tenderloins for a fair while. Billy Jackson, the old school bonus.
I know Billy Jackson.
Yeah,
he was working at Singleton. He was running the floor night shift.
He was.
He's a legend, Billy Jackson.
Big Billy.
Yeah, Big Billy. He was a big burly.
Yeah, he's like.
And his missus worked out there too. I can't remember her name.
Can't.
Billy Jackson. He was a legend.
A lot of it's a bloody blur, to be honest. It was a bit traumatic. But he's like short of a floor boy. So next thing on floor boy, jeez. Yeah, them boners, mate, they just gave it to you, just dropping crap on the floor and blocking up the belts on purpose.
Throwing blood clots at
you.
The floor boy, they just give him curry.
So what's a floor boy? What do you mean? You get around...
You got your red coat on, so you can't touch any primal products or any edible products. He's going around, he just cleans up all the shit on the floor, basically.
Just keeping the...
And they'll be throwing fat at him, just and because the boners are like the cool kids.
Yeah.
And when you're the yobby, you're the floor boy, and everyone's just giving it to you. Yeah. But we had one bloke, talk about the rise and fall platforms. The floor boy, he was getting blood clots, and as they'd come down, he'd drop it in their boot. So the old boner, he's throwing fat in that at him. He's going, no worries, mate. They get to the end of the night, and old mate takes his boot off, and it just reeks. A bit of that used to go on.
Yeah, so I've done all that. I've done all the jobs, just got moved.
It's character building, isn't it?
Very character building. I was still only 17, freaking, and the young 17 too.
Well, how often do I talk about stuff that happened to me when I was 16, 17, and still laughing about it. And the people I met, like old John, I talk to him about it all the time, and you're pissing yourself. I'll say something that'll remind you of something that happened, and you'll be there pissing yourself. You go, what happened? Oh, this happened when I was a kid.
Hell of a cross-section of society, like in demographic, and learn. And I thought I was pretty street smart, I worked all the way through school, and I had a job at Pizza Hut, and all that sort of stuff. I thought that was a good one. It's Pizza Hut that eat all you can eat.
Oh, how good
Remember
was that?
them?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I used to I'd work all the time. And then I discovered, right, at the end of the night, chuck all the pizzas out.
I done the same thing at KFC.
When you work at KFC, that'd be like Ned Kelly running a bank.
It was the
you know?
best.
So like you chuck all the pizzas out.
Yeah.
You know, the managers, in hindsight, weren't that much older than you, and that's all you want to take pizza home. You take pizzas home.
Yep.
Take them home. Talking to the boys at schools, bloody take these pizzas. Oh, bring us a pizza. Yeah, righto. Yeah. Then I'm like, take pizzas out to school on the way, like they were boarders, get on the way home. I thought, how do you, hang on.
I can make quid out of this.
Hey, say, mate, I'm proper stacking these ovens, right? Filling them up. Yeah. All these pizzas left over. And I'm not talking 1 or 2. I'm talking 20 pizzas at least, Yeah. And I'm just then piling. Oh, anyone take? Yeah, I'll take them. Oh, yeah, I suppose I'll take them.
Yeah.
Take them straight out.
Yeah.
Then I started getting a bit cheeky. I was doing to order, because you're going all right, 50 cents a slice, and then then the order, anything customised was sort of buck,
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So you were grading them.
Yeah.
The gourmet's $1.
Yeah.
50 cents for the ham and pineapple.
Yeah. Anyway, I was getting along, and anyway, this manager fella, and I don't know his name, he's red-headed fella. Yeah, I still remember he red-headed fella. He looked like a bit like Fatty Wharton. Anyway, he's like, "You're selling these?" I'm like, shit, because this is the money. You got paid enough from working out. Putting the fuel in your ute and a V8. And I'm like, well, I suppose, yeah, I am. I said, look, how about I cut you in? For a good thingy. He's like, righto. So anyway, back out. I said, look, boys, we've got a bit of a supply chain here. We're going to have to pay her up. So, I had to put the prices up a bit. But anyway.
The prices to cover all.
I remember I was making a lot more bloody money selling pizzas on the black market than I was working there, and or probably working as a starting at the abs. Anyway, Rodger sent me around, and there was good people there in the management and that.
Yeah.
The Fletchers were very, very good to me. Let me stay with them and etc. When we first got out there, and I thought I was going to get the sack. I'd just get job after job. And I remember going home one weekend and saying, I said, I don't think this is going real good. Every time I just start getting good at something, they move me.
They move, yeah.
I'm like, you guess, boy, just, you got to stick it out, you're not smart enough for anything else, basically. I'm like, fair call. Anyway, they had to load out,
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, he's training you, right?
He's promoting you, yeah.
He's teaching you. And I had dreams I wanted to be a buyer. I wanted to be the buyer, maybe, To this day, they're the same blokes that were buying back then are buying now. So that would have been a long time waiting to get up the career ladder with that, in that respect.
Brandon talks about that a lot.
Yeah, it is like that.
And anyway, one day there, got the phone call. I ended up getting put up into being a supervisor and that.
Yeah.
That would cause a lot of controversy amongst the boning rooms and that, because, this bloke, we should all get a chance, And anyway, that's all right. Rodger stood by me, and went through all the rigmarole with the unions and that carried on that had been put in there, and I was a junior foreman, that's what I was. I was still only 17, 18.
Yeah.
I think I must have just turned 18, it didn't matter, I was still going to the pub. And then one day there was 5 of us, was summoned in Rodger, and he said, you boys are all moving to Western Australia. I'm like, what's going on in Western Australia, boss? And build a new abattoir over there, you blokes are going to run it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, mate, we're like, none of us were over 20.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're in Western Australia. Like, I knew where Perth was. So
that's only Perth.
He goes, Albany. I'm like, oh, right. He goes,
where's that?
Yeah, I was like, we're going to put the map up. I'm looking at my mate Graham, it started with me. I'm like, because his parents had moved out of Busselton, I remember. He's like, I don't know where Albany is either, sort of thing. And he said, go home, see your mums and be back here in a fortnight. So, we come back, and there was a rod pilling bloody road train there, taut liner there. I don't even think it's taut liner, there was a tarp truck.
Yeah.
All our worldly possessions, which for my case was like bed and a fridge and a table onto it. And,
so you didn't even get to take the V8 ute?
No, we took our ute over.
Oh,
yeah, took our vehicles over as well. They did. And, we landed in Albany and got down there, and he literally just, I don't know, people tell the story better than me, but he literally bought farm.
Yep.
Just plonked an abattoir in the middle of it.
Yeah, right.
In the middle of it, between Albany and Mount Barker.
Yep.
And a place called Narrackup. But we got there and it wasn't complete, but he gave us a week off. We just drank ourselves stupid in the town. Like we were that naive.
Yeah.
They put us in a pub. We walked out of this pub the next morning because we got there in the dark.
Yeah.
Looked down the street and it was the ocean. I didn't even know Albany was on the ocean.
Yeah.
Right.
It was, And, anyway, we went out there and we all got allocated to different people. And so I was with the plumber for a while, then I was electrician for a while. And but what it was, we were learning everything about that place, Yeah, so, the next thing, eventually she ended up being completed. And they got some staff in and no one knew nothing. Down there. Like
Everything was green.
Green. Tree planters and
It's
great
a new abattoir. I saw it at Throsby's, and if someone said to me, "Do you want
Yeah,
to
he
come
said
into an abattoir being built?" I'd have a good think about it because it was once it's built and it's ready to go, getting it operational because you get all staff in there that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Everyone's brand new and no one's used it, and then there's all the problems at the start. That it's a big thing,
We'd done a few test kills and that, but
Yeah.
it's nothing for full production.
Yeah.
No one knew nothing.
Yeah.
Like we got blokes in it with trainers out of New Zealand and stuff like that.
And you start out, you do 20.
And you're just doing sheep.
Just sheep.
Yeah.
Just sheep. Mutton. Just mutton.
Yeah.
And so we started that off and we got going pretty good, but again, steep learning curve, 80% of our workforce didn't speak English first language, which was back when like Afghan refugees
Really?
and stuff.
Takes a long time to get to full capacity. Like
Yeah.
it just takes a long. And you just sort of can't. You know what the capacity of the place is, but you just can't get there. It's just it takes a long time.
Yeah, mistakes and that's I'll tell you one thing with Rodger, and always be grateful. And still this day, like he allows you to make mistakes, and that's a great leader.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, for
You're
sure.
Not gonna, don't do it twice, but
Learn
you got to let your people make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
I've learnt that along the way because they won't learn, and you can't be everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
And just let your people make those mistakes, make mistakes and be prepared for it.
Yeah.
So got going. We got the bone room, everything up and going, and there's all those problems with starting plants, and we got going pretty good. Then the night shift come on, and I ended up running night shift full time. We actually had a manager over there. I just can't think of his name anymore, but anyway, he wasn't working out, and Melissa Rodgers, one of Rodgers' daughters, she was over there. She was 21, so she was probably the oldest out of all of us. And this fella, funny story. This fella, I can't remember his name anyway. Doesn't matter. I didn't even know he was the manager. That's how much we saw him, Like,
Yeah, right.
Anyway, one day Melissa just walked in and said, "I sacked him." I'm like, does the old man know about this? And before I could even say, he goes, "Dad doesn't know about it. No one wants to tell him."
Oh, all right.
Don't know about not telling the boss. We were all like, not telling the boss. Anyway, mate, it would have been a month, eh? Like Rodger's ringing, where's such and such? I'm like, I don't know. He'd have to ring his phone, Like, anyway, then he just turned up one day and said, "Where is he?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, to me, and I'm like, I don't know. He goes, "Little fella, tell me." I'm like, "Gonna go see Melissa, boy." Anyway, he pulled us in and said, "Who's running?" And we are. He goes, "Oh, okay." And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah. Off we went.
Well, the numbers would have been there. So obviously your results were there. So
we were killing the heap, and they're good.
Yeah.
Killing the heap, like processing them, killing them, boning them. Yeah, we were basic boning, like we were trunk meat, or what do you want to call it. And we had a cold room going as well, but primal, so there was nothing fancy going on.
Yep.
Just processing meat and stuff like that. But it got going pretty well, and we were knocking a fair few. Like we knocked too many in probably hindsight. Like the supply couldn't keep up, 2 shifts going.
Yep.
So was that export or domestic?
All export.
All export, yeah.
100% export, yeah. And, all out of... And it was close to Asia, so...
Is that why you went to Western Australia? Because it's so much closer to get them into them countries, or...?
Don't honestly know. I think it was probably, spreading would have spread risk as well.
Yep.
Droughts on each...
I was going to say, I've noticed before, the market over there is a little bit insulated because it's too far for us to go over there and get them home. So, lambs
a taxi
are
fare too
stinking
much.
deer over here. I don't know. I would imagine you'd say kill more over there.
Yep.
That does make perfect sense.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was, and it spreads your risk a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you supply, but very good to me. Very good to me. Learn a lot from them. So yeah, ended up,
He's one of the. I've said that for years. I've never met Rodger, but he's one of the smartest cats in the industry.
He's one. This country will never see another person.
Nah, he is one of the smartest.
He may have been right up there on our list of people we wanted to talk to.
Oh, 100. He is
because he is like
there's many of them, but he is one of the best operators in my opinion. You know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, you're brown." Yeah, you get the blokes who go, "Oh, you're brown nose," and I wasn't. I was just listening.
Have a look at the scoreboard, mate. You're not brown nose, and he's got the runs on the board.
I just
mate.
wanted to. I wanted to learn, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to follow. I followed him around everywhere. Every chance I had, I was with him.
Yeah.
When I especially was fortunate enough when I was living with him, you know, like if he went out to that plan or whatever, I went. Like, I wanted to know.
And whatever he says, you take to the bank.
Yeah.
There's no question. No, yeah.
There's no grey.
Whatever he says, you take that to the bank.
Yeah. And he's a good fella. I remember driving. He said, "Go for a drive." He had a Silver Statesman. I remember. We were pelting along in his Silver Statesman. I don't know where we were at the back. I don't know where we're going. I think we might be going to Lighton Ridge or something. Anyway, we're belting along. Next thing we're into this property, you know. He's driving into mob of sheep. He's driven into the mob of sheep. Next door, the door's open. Yeah. He's out, right? Chasing his sheep. I'm sitting in the pasture seat.
The car's still going.
Like, bloody hell. Bloody put her in neutral, you know, trying to jam in neutral. Now I stopped. I sort of looked back, and he's out, still at the paddock, got the sheep. You know, get in the car and drive back. He said, "What do you reckon?" I said, "Oh, they look pretty. They're going all right. The wool looks good." He goes, "Yeah. Get back in." And anyway, we're driving off. I go, "Oh, so Mr. Fletcher, you own this place, do you?" He goes, No. I just want to see what this bloke was up to with his sheep. It's not his place. He just goes, I know that's pretty cool. That was real common with him. Like he'd just be driving along and see something in someone's block, and he just
might have a bit closer
look at that.
Yeah, right. And then probably come back and buy them later on.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. And that's one thing with Rodger. He's like, you got to do what's right. If it's the right thing to do, do it. Even if you're gonna suffer a little, just do it because it's the right thing to do. And it's long term. It's a long game. Business is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
And you got to be there for the long term. You know. So done that, and I ended up just being worn out, to be honest. I think after being a fair few years and just like sleeping there, mate. We're sleeping in the swag upstairs. It just wasn't worth going home and stuff like that. And I worked really hard. We worked hard. We played hard, but we worked just as hard. Like we did. We had a great time. Yeah. And then went back home then to Tamworth and sort of wanted a bit of a break out of it because it was hard going. You know? And even though you run a night shift or whatever, you're still there today. Like you just weekends, whatever. And knew nothing else, I suppose, either. But anyway, long story short, had a short career of meat lumping and that. Yeah. And,
how'd that go?
Yeah, it was long, pretty short, as you've seen.
We were talking to you on Sunday. We were going to do this podcast on Sunday. He said, "What are you doing in the morning?" We said, "Oh, we're lumping a bit of meat." He said, "Oh, I've had to go at that. You can stick that in your ass."
Yeah, no thanks.
when the quarter's taller than you, mate. You know, but
you'd be like me, reaching the hook. I can get on my shoulder, and then all the tall fellas go, "Can't you get it? Can't you?" I'd love to put you in my body for a day. You know,
no good. That's that last bloody inch.
An inch, yeah.
All of a sudden, your calves are this big. Like
Because
doing the old
lift and lift and lift.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. Done a lot of city deliveries, so didn't have iPhones and that. So I'll book out, try and find your way.
Oh, Gregory's.
Yeah, the Gregory's.
Yeah, I don't know how I used to do it.
I
think back now and I think I just don't know how I used to do it. Because I used to drive around Sydney and I was using the Gregory's or whatever, Melways or whatever we had. Yeah. And you think, I couldn't read. I'd stuff it up now. And
I wouldn't be able to do it now.
I'd get me run sheet and sort of try and work out where it was and pull up and just write road numbers or something. It still didn't work.
Yeah.
The funniest thing doing that is there was a restaurant in George Street there and just getting a full lamb carcass. It's pretty good for a restaurant when you think about it. And had to back down this laneway off George Street. Like that narrow, you had to open the door of the trucks before you backed.
Before you went in, yep.
Anyway, delivery on a Thursday night there, and there's a nightclub at the end of this laneway, right? Anyway, so backing down, and they're lined up down this laneway, and you're backing the truck in. Yeah. And your doors open, full of boxes of meat and swinging meat and whatever. Put the ramp out, cut a few carcasses on the shoulders, and go press the button to get the lift to go up. You know? Anyway, up I go, come down. This night I've come down, And I could sort of hear a bit of a commotion
Yeah.
as I'm coming down this lift, open the door, and here's these blokes in the back of the truck boxing on the carcasses. Right?
Like the Rocky.
On the Rocky,
Yeah, they're just punching. Like, everyone's clapping and cheering. I'm like, oh, shit. Christ. And I'm like, oi. And they're like, oh, yeah, give us a go. And like, they're all just couldn't care less. I was like, one of the boys, oi, this is my truck, get out. You know?
Yeah.
They're carrying on like, hey, actually, he's all that tough. Come in.
Lump one.
Like, on. And, I had this Pied Piper of these blokes like taking it up with this flash. Like, proper. This chefs are pretty bloody temperamental.
yeah.
I learned. Oh, mate, and I've just brought these blokes full of terps into this restaurant.
Laughing and carrying on.
Carrying boxes of meat and carcasses and that. And it was funny. Anyway, I'd done that for a while. Yeah, it wasn't for me, but that's John Jackson passed away now, but he started Tamworth up.
Yep.
Peel Valley Exporters, and he found out I was in town or whatever, and I went out there, and it's another greenfield site, and nothing was different really.
Yeah.
And I'd done that for a fair while, and I just had enough.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was only in a plant the other day with Demi actually, and I was walking through it, and I said, she goes, "Would you go back to us?" I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still love it,
Yeah.
but whether I'd go back, I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I won't be going back. But yeah,
He's thinking about it.
if the circumstances were right, but they're not going to. From where I am,
Yeah.
now,
And we always say that, like, if I was 20 years younger, I'd do this. We say that
for
all the
sure.
time.
Yeah.
If I was
Every
20
day,
years younger, I'd probably have another
only
crack,
from
but-
experience,
Yeah,
right? So that's a long story, but yeah, that's how. And I sort of exited the meat game, like the abattoir game,
Yep.
processing then, and got into trucks. Yeah, some great mates of mine had truck and a few trucks, and I just started.
Because that's a big leap.
Oh, massively.
You would have been at the abattoirs, you would have been dealing with transport, but to actually go from abattoir side
Just coordinating,
into
you're not-
transport full on, that'd be big.
Yeah.
It was interesting though, like there in Tamworth, like all the managers there supervised that. I put them on as kids.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they
wow.
were 16, 17 when I actually was interviewed at them.
Now they're running the joint.
Now they run the joint, you know.
Yeah.
which
You get a kick out of that, too.
I do.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Yeah.
Like that these young, and they remember sort of
Yeah.
thing. Whether I was a good boss, bad boss, don't know. But I'm just glad that they were only young for kids, mate. Their mums were dropping them off, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah. So now they're running the show, but they're got on the transport and started driving livestock trucks, and it was just a good transition. And I was working with mates, and cut my teeth in New England and in the hills, you know, like proper learning to drive properly, not just driving up and down concrete and stuff like that. And, so I got into that and drove them for a long time in Soil of Australia. Great job for a single fella, and that's and you're making good coin, like proper.
And what were you carting back then?
Cattle, sheep, pigs. I had a job if I was in town every Sunday morning, go and get a load of pigs out of a small.
How do you go loading them? I've done lamb, I've done beef, and they reckon pigs are a nightmare to load.
They're pretty hard.
They're smart.
They're smart.
Yeah. They come back on you. You got to have like a board.
Yeah, you got a board, it's like blocking them.
Like a hungry board. Get out of here.
Well, you know, because if they come back on you, they'll knock your ass over.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Because they're big, aren't they?
They're not good at seeing, so you've got to put the board in front of them, sort of guide them around, you know. They're funny animals.
They are a funny animal,
They're a funny animal to cart. Like, in winter, they'll all be up the front, all sort of
Trying to get warm.
Yeah. In summer, they're all sitting back on their back haunches, their horn, with their noses out the side of the crate, catching the breeze. You know, like, funny.
They've got character, don't they?
They got a lot of characters. A pig. They're smart as all. Like,
How many cattle can you put on a trailer?
depends on pen
On the
density.
size,
So
obviously,
that's, so it's pen densities, and there's a lot of rules around that, and we can talk into that a bit later. But it's really important to know that you're not. It's for everyone to know. They're not just chucking whatever.
Oh no, they're not. No, there's numbers.
There's numbers, and we're regulated about that. And how important transport is in the lifetime of an animal.
Yes.
Is phenomenal. Like it's only a small time, but it's an important time. And a female though, she could be on the truck up to 5 times in a life.
In a life,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just from depending where she goes, but up to 5 times. But so I ended up just driving crates, and I loved it. Doing hay, doing a bit of everything, you know. And done that, and probably just had one of the I don't know what happened. I just wanted to change, I suppose. And just better myself.
Yeah.
And that's probably what everything I've ever done is, I believe, is better myself.
Yeah.
And it's like Rodger says, like, take every opportunity that comes your way. Like,
Yeah, say yes.
just say yes.
Yeah.
Man, I've said yes.
Yeah.
I've said yes to so many things,
Yeah.
good or bad. No, but I reckon majority it's turned. Even the bad stuff you learn.
You
from,
learn from
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like you
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have done.
Won't do that again.
Yeah, but yeah, you take every opportunity that
Yeah.
comes your
But
way.
every way to kick on with the good things, and every way to get out of the hard things, is you just work.
Yeah.
You
100%.
just go harder.
Yeah.
You just work.
People go, I started ringing a day off, say, mate, if the day ends in Y, I'm working.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how it is. And,
Yeah.
so ended up landing myself carting chickens, day-old chickens
Yeah.
for all that. And
Day old chickens.
day-old chickens for the Hopkins family. Jeff and Steve. Jeff's passed away now, but that was really interesting.
We were talking before, that's so different to, pigs, lamb, cattle, like they're doing it like crates, and there's really no other way to do it. But
No, there's no way.
It's just so
no other
different.
way.
Yeah.
The day-olds, they're refrigerated,
Yeah.
so they're in refrigerated trailers and
Okay.
plus 32 degrees, which is refrigerated. You
Yeah.
think yourself, well, it's cold, but
Yeah.
we're running plus 32. Like,
Yeah.
so we're at the top end of what these fridges can run.
Yeah, so they're in Pantex.
Yeah.
So you say refrigerated, but it's actually heated.
Yeah.
Temperature controlled,
Temperature controlled.
Yeah,
Temperature
yeah.
controlled. Yeah. So Jeff actually designed what most of Australia's chickens are carried in now.
Yeah.
The European and the American trailers didn't work, and
Yeah.
there's fresh air in, expelling old air and
Yeah.
pulling air through them, and they got to have a really certain airspeed running through them to keep
Yeah,
them
right.
the right temperature. And I just rolled in there. I knew the bloke was operations manager, and I think I saw him in the street. So I said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, nothing much." He goes, "You wouldn't want to run a load of eggs to Melbourne for us, would you?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Why not?
yeah,
Yes.
still nothing." Yeah. He goes, "When do you want to do that?" He said, "Well, as soon as you can." I said, "Well, let's go home and get a bag. I'll be down there, you know."
Yeah.
And ran that load of eggs down there and got back. And Jeff's like, "What are you doing back?" And I thought, I drove to Melbourne, drove back. He goes, "Yeah, but what are you doing back here now?" So, "Mate, I used to drive livestock crates. I know how to work the logbook." He's like, "Want to go again?" I'll go again. And then the fella I knew there, he went back on the road, and I went into the office.
Yep.
And so some great days there, like learning about chickens and learning off Jeff and Steve. So they're interesting guys. Their old man who was in trucks, and Steve went off to become a banker, like a quite senior banker, and Jeff stayed in the trucks, and then they merged together, and they had an ice cream distribution business.
Yeah.
And then they just morphed over into this opportunity with the day-old chickens and turning, we're carting 1 million chickens a day and day-old.
1 million chickens a
chickens
day.
a day.
Wow.
Across Australia, yeah.
Well, the semi-trailer you were saying before, 130,000 chickens on it, yeah?
Wow.
It's taken them everywhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just how the poultry industry
So when you say taking them, you'd be taking them into what?
to farms.
To farms, yep.
Yeah, so from the hatchery to farm. So the fertile eggs come out the other end.
Yep.
And they're hatching like 30.
Yeah, so those joints that hatch them, the eggs go there, they hatch them, and then from the hatchery, they pick them up there and take them to the...
Yep, take
Well,
them
they
to
do the
farm.
same thing with pigs to a point with finisher sheds, they call them.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
I think the stat was 13,000 a minute would come out of the hatches. So they had a conveyor belt.
Wow.
400 wide, conveyor belt, and it's just full of these little yellow fluffy things, just belt and pass, and computers sorting them, putting 100 to
It's
a
crazy.
box and-
Nat did a bit of work at a hatchery, Boyard hatchery in Sydney,
Yeah,
and she
wow.
come home and tell me stories. I said, they can't do that. She said the same numbers. I said, you can't.
Yeah.
She said, that's what they do.
The sorters that are looking for anything that's a bit out of the ordinary,
Yep.
they can actually only stand. I think it's 4 minutes or something. They can stand on the belt, and they've got to get off because they get vertigo because it's moving. that
Moving,
quick.
yep.
It's phenomenal.
Crazy.
Yeah, and just how chickens are produced and the whole cycle of chickens, like 8 weeks from hatch to processing, and that's the full size family chook you're going to get.
Yeah.
And the genetics that go into it are amazing.
And let's let's go into that. Like, it's genetics, it's not steroids.
Oh, a lot of them say,
Okay.
yeah, it's hormone.
Genetics, not hormones.
Yeah, the chicken's got a stat. Everyone, a lot of people that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, it's steroids or it's hormones. It's actually genetics.
Now, let's talk about what Australia is going to let go into our bodies.
Yeah.
They're not going to let us pump them with hormones.
No.
Come on.
No, it's not happening.
No.
And the technology that goes into growing a chook is phenomenal. Like guys, you wouldn't believe. Like you'll get a strain of bird in your shed, and it's got its own feed formula.
Yep.
Which they know will make that bird at peak performance, and it has so much daylight, so much night, so much water. And they're monitoring all this all the time.
So different genetics, they're feeding and handling differently depending on
And
the
different
genetics.
breeds.
Yeah, in different breeds, and different strains of birds. And they're handling them differently. They're giving them different light, different temperatures, etc. And they just all they're doing is like a feedlot, but just on an absolute
Crazy
scale. You know, and you still buy a chook for $8.
Yeah, we were only saying that before.
Yeah.
You go to Woolworths, an uncooked whole bird, you go from, I don't know, the real big, big ones will be $12 and you get the smaller ones will be $8, but, they haven't changed much.
Even what you were saying before, like, you can have birds that are bred a certain way are going to one customer and then the other ones are going to another customer for another product. So you've got ones that are going there for straight up food service and then the other ones are going there to be broken and boned out and cut up and go into retail type of things.
So butcher shops now will get a certain, I won't say the brand, but a certain breed of bird because they're for that retail, the bigger breast meat, etc. Then your wholesale, like your food service industry, get a different bird again. Look, you think about it, get them little tiny drumsticks with the marinade and stuff on.
Yeah.
Well, they're not that old, but that bird was bred to do that.
Yes.
Like, they didn't just go, oh well, you're about that big now, we'll take you.
Yeah,
they were always destined to be that size.
Well, they don't have at what'd you say, 30,000? What'd you say, 30,000 a minute?
30,000 a minute.
13,000 a minute. They don't have time to go through and pick one out.
No, not like we grade
they're
lambs
coming
out.
through.
No.
No,
It's not like grading lambs, no.
They're bred for a certain reason, for a certain time, with the massive amount of science behind it. Yeah. They know that chicken's going to come
so
out.
different breeds are used for different sizes and fed differently, and it's fascinating.
It's fascinating. Yeah. And we transport them a long way. Like in Tamworth there, we were supplying all of Queensland. So we're taking up 260,000 birds a night up into Queensland to grow out there and bringing fertile eggs back, like 700,000 eggs.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to come back empty. No. You want to come back.
Oh, no, those chicken trucks, they hold only. That's it.
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah. Then when we get them back, we have to do a full strip down of the trailer. Yeah, okay. All the refrigeration unit, everything comes out. It's fully washed, sanitised, and all put back together again.
The fridge unit as well.
Yep, every trip.
Wow.
Every trip. Yeah.
So, well, there you go. So there's another cost and another pressure. That's hard work. You'd have to have a rotating trailer, so you'd have to have 2 trailers to every one, yeah?
Essentially,
Yeah.
And a whole wash crew, because what happened, because those blokes, they can't go, because they were there, they can't go and work at the hatchery, because it could take the disease to the hatchery, right? Yeah. And then there's different zones in Australia where they wouldn't want that trailer to come back into this zone without going and full wash somewhere else and sterilised and sanitised before it gets back into this zone, because they don't want to. And that's why you got such a spread of where chicken sheds are. Like you drive along one day and say, what? Chicken shed out there. More likely it's a breeder shed that they've put really isolated. So if worst comes to worst, we were talking about vendor decks before. They're doing poultry industry's been doing for a long time. Informally, they're isolating
because their risk of disease would be a lot higher.
Because of the bird flu and stuff like that. Yeah,
migrating birds. Like they come in and
that's exactly. You
they
can't.
bloody crap in a
pigeon in the roof can. And
they crap in dam water, and somehow that transfers all the pathogens. Just pathogens coming through the cooling pads of the sheds can bugger it, you know. So you got to have a really big spread on the pots.
And per kilo, you have a look at how much chicken we're eating. Oh, that's crazy.
Well, I think I haven't been looked at the last stat. The last stat I looked at was 56 kilos per person per year. So that's 56 1 kilo chooks each.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, you can't walk down a street We're a shop selling a chicken sandwich. Or
No, you can't.
Oh, it's in everything.
100%,
Yeah.
doesn't matter what it is.
Nah.
Chicken's in everything.
You sell chicken to anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's consistent, right?
It is.
And it's consistent. And we're trying to get that in the red meat industry.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot better at it.
Oh, we are, for sure.
1,000% better at it.
Yeah.
Bit like, but it wasn't that long ago you could have a bad chook.
Yeah.
You could have fatty chook.
Go to Vietnam after what Gruber said.
Yeah.
He'd eat frogs instead.
Yeah, or the pork was another one. You can always get bad. You can't get a bad bit of pork.
No.
She's
Yeah.
clockwork now, and the beef industry's getting that way.
Yeah.
But a lot more factors. One of them being transport that can affect the eating quality, etc. of those animals. But so I spent. I digress, but spent a long time there and ended up running it for the boys, and then they were sort of looking at exiting, and it was a big business, and I just didn't. I wasn't going to be in a position to keep going, and Melissa Fletcher actually rang me up and said, we've bought a train and we've got a grain terminal and that. And I know you're into transport. You'll come and give us a hand for a bit. And I said, I'll go back.
Yep.
So went over and saw the other side of the business, which is with the train and logistics. And they actually had a mining contract. A lot of people don't know. They were packing copper concentrate and stuff out in the Cobar Basin. So we're transporting all that copper in shipping containers back to Dubba and send it to out exporting that, and cement and cotton, packing cotton, and very diversified business, very diversified. And so it was a big.
So he never says no.
Never says no. No,
He is the best. Yeah.
never ever say no. He just if it's and we're exporting honey for a bloke there at one stage. We're doing everything like pine logs and anything that come past us. If we thought there was opportunity, we'd have a go. Yeah. And look, it all doesn't work, right? Yeah. I remember that too. Like I've had plenty of failures.
Yeah. But he'd have to to cover the costs of what it was to get that train and that line and everything going. He'd have to do that. He'd have to.
You don't want everything. You don't want anything to come back empty.
No. You don't.
Any freight's good freight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty special on a train. Get stuff back in, coming back in, like solar panels and pipes, and we done all sorts of stuff, bringing back, just getting stuff in boxes.
Yeah.
Well, get them back to the.
Even with anything, any postal service, anything you're sending somewhere, if you can get a backload, you're laughing.
Oh, and I've seen it many times. Like you'll see meat trucks. They'll get to their destination, washed out. Might come back with a load of fruit, or it might come back with a load of ice cream. That I've seen that done before too.
There's heaps of
never got any ice cream, but yeah.
And it's about the pen tells the truth though. I'll tell you, because with my grain trucks, you bring them to Newcastle.
Yep.
And everyone sits around wanting fertiliser back out. And their fertiliser to grain ratio is different. A lot more grain comes down than fertiliser goes out.
Yep.
But I tell you, at peak times, no point waiting around for a load of fertiliser. Get back out there, get another load of grain, come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So you got to have a good pencil, and you got to have a truth pencil too. Don't use the idealist pencil. You got to use the one that's the truth and be truth to yourself. And if it doesn't add up, it don't add up.
Yeah.
And I was always when I had a lot of grain trucks running them. Blokes, you're mad running back, not getting fert. I'm like, nah. My bottom line is, I'm a little bit behind probably, but in consistency of work and servicing my customers, I was way better off running back out empty.
Yeah.
Get fert when it suited.
Yeah.
But definitely with a train, though, it's a different story. As much as you can coming back out.
Yeah.
Because they're big trains. They'd carry a lot of freight.
Yeah, we took the biggest. When I was there, we put the heaviest, longest train ever over the Blue Mountains. Yeah, I was one of those bloody reality shows.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Outback trains. It was cool.
All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They fold us around, the microphones up and stuff. They're going, hey, there's not much happening. It's not making great TV. I said, mate, that's not my problem. My problem is to make sure there is no problems. That's my job.
Yeah, we don't want dramas.
Look, I hate to break some people's hopes and dreams, but a lot of what you see is made up.
Yeah.
We had to make some stuff up because they just were getting nothing.
Yeah.
I remember that when that train went over, because going over the Blue Mountains, the biggest threat to the train going over, there's bloody glowworms on the tracks because they go to the heat.
All right.
And what happens is when the train gets on there, they start making a slime.
Yeah.
The train loses traction, so you'll be punching all your sand onto the track, trying to get grip. But these bloody worms, make it real slippery. Yeah. So you have to put another couple of locos on the back. They'll push it up. Anyway, I remember saying to the rail operator that was operating the train for us, I said, what happens if this thing lets go? He goes, mate, it should be in the ocean. There'll be no stopping it. Like, it was that,
really.
it was that heavy. Like,
You just wouldn't stop it, would you?
Nah, big, heavy.
Well, you can't stop a freight train. You know, that's the other side.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
literally,
exactly
you
right.
can't.
Anyway, I was a little nervous that night, but anyway, when they,
Sleep, mate.
when I found out that it was in port, I was like, oh, thank God.
Thank God.
So where'd that go? Straight from Dubbo, Blue Mountains?
Blue Mountains, Port Botany.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, 1.6 kilometres. So
it's a good train driver.
yeah, they were good fellas. That was Bernie. He was sort of the regular driver. He was a funny fellow. He was a train nut.
Yeah.
He's on a fair bit of these TV shows these days, and reality shows. Bernie, but he only had one leg. I don't know if his real name was Bernie, to be honest. He only had one leg because he was a real train buff when he was a kid, and he climbed up a post because she was a live pole.
Oh,
He
shit.
got electrocuted and blew his leg off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But,
Shit.
yeah, I don't know if Bernie's still alive, but yeah, Bernie, he was a good guy. But yeah, the train was interested in the grain and building the cotton packing sheds and everything when we were there, and that was big. But anyway, I only said I'd go for a little while and I'd do what I had to do, and I did, and headed back home and just ended up in the having my own chicken trucks then, day-old chicken trucks, doing all the breeder birds.
Yep.
Just happened to be. I tell the story of the fella was doing it, unfortunately passed away, and Biota rang up and said to Hoppy they were still going. So I would do these breeder birds, and he's like, I don't want to do the breeder birds, Totally different thing. Disease control, and that would have been a nightmare.
Yep.
And he rang me up and said, what are you doing? I said, just not much, just poking around. So I come out here, the livestock went out there and went in the meeting. They said, are you going to do breeder birds? He goes, no, Wade's going to do the breeder birds. And this is when you say never say, like you just say yes. Yeah. And I'm like, well, that's news to me. It's sort of the thing. I'm thinking, I was looking for a bit of work, to be honest, like getting back into it. And they said, oh, yeah, no worries then. Because they knew I knew what I was doing. And anyway, his old Hop's like, yep, righto, job's done. What time's you got to be there? And they said, 5 a.m. I said, righto, no worries. Walked out. Hoppy's up and walked out, and I'm like, off I went. Got outside the door. I said, what's going on, Hop? He goes, you're doing the breeder birds. I said, hey, Hop, I don't own a fucking truck. I don't have any staff. I have nothing. He goes, no. He said, it's all right. I said, for you? Well, I'm going to be at 5 o'clock in the morning with nothing. I've got nothing. And he said, no, you'll be right. He said, I'm going to lend you a trailer. Go see the boys, see if you can hire a prime mover off them. They had an old prime mover there. Yeah. And just don't be late. Yeah. I'm like, right. So I went out and saw the boys. Said, boys, this is what's happened. Can I hire a prime mover? Yeah, no worries. Yeah. And I rocked in there, and that was the start of me.
Just kept going.
I worked, mate. It was a 3-man job, and it was just me. And I got away with it for a fair while because I'd done breeder, do the eggs in the morning, deliver chickens in the afternoon or about after lunch, and then job right. But then that was all right. But then one day, the next Monday, rocked in, done the eggs, and the old mate goes, "Oh, what time will you be here to go to Melbourne?" Yeah, I said Melbourne. He's like, "Yeah, got a load of breeder birds to go to Melbourne." I said, "Yeah, no worries, mate. What time we got to be?" He goes, 3. I'm like, no worries. Yeah. Went back and I was like, "Shit, I'm going to Melbourne, get my stuff together." Belted down to Melbourne. I was doing Melbourne's and then it was Adelaide's and Queensland's, like Brisbane's and Sunshine Coast by myself. Then still doing the breeder, but it's just like something's got to give here. Anyway, I got some other fellas come in and help me. Then Hoppy had another truck coming along, and he said, "Oh, you can just buy that one off me. We don't really need it." I said, "Oh, thank you." So I've done that, and COVID hit, of course. Yeah. So I was bound across to Adelaide there by myself, fair bit, going across the border, with the checkpoints, and I'm giving chocolates and stuff to people. Anyway, there was these two female police officers there. Anyway, months into it, right? And I'm pegging it. Like I'm a big road safety advocate, but if you talk to all the old timers, this is how everyone started, Yeah. I was always doing within reason, I was still getting a bit of sleep, but I got to the border there one day and they go, "Where are you from, mate?" And I said, "Oh, Broken Hill." Yeah. And they're like, "No, you're not." we're from Broken Hill, never seen you.
Yeah.
So, because I'm in this bloody truck all the time. It's there about you get someone to give you a hand, eh? And I'm like, shit, game's up, you know. So I got another bloke to help me, and so that was going really well. And I put a grain truck in with Rodger at Fletcher's there, and it was doing a bit of work, and just sort of morphed from there and got busier and busier, and more grain trucks. And a good mate of mine, Jock Carter, he owned Newcastle Agri-Terminals with another fella there. He had a few trucks running around, grain trucks, and I was talking to him one day, and he said, take over one of my trucks, can you? I just haven't got the time. So I inherited 3 trucks off him, and started doing a fair bit of work. Not inherited, I had to buy them, but started doing a fair bit of work with that. And then the chickens were going pretty well, and just staff, and it was getting hard. It's a hard game, that chicken game, for the transport. And ended up selling that. The Hoppy Boys had sold out to another company, and pretty large company, and I rang them up too and said, look, I think I'll want out. And they said, yeah, no worries. So the transition was very easy, and I stuck with the grain trucks then for quite a while. And rest just kept going at that. And the grain game was real good. Transport was real good. The rates were amazing, proper amazing. Like, it was golden age grain transport at that stage, and built up a fair few trucks, and just thought to myself, this isn't unsustainable, right? And it was, you got to look. And I was talking to Rodger. I said, look, this is unsustainable. He goes, I agree. And I said, look, I've had an offer. Someone wants to buy most of my gear. He said, you reckon at the top of the rates yet? And I said, no. And he goes, no, that's right. He says, you don't want to sell at the top, but you got to sell at your top, you know. So I sold them. I sold them out, and I was glad I did in the end, because I kept a couple, but sold most of them off, and then pretty much the rate started to plummet. Not long after.
Yeah, he's right. That's what I say about Rodger Fletcher, mate. He taught the monkey. He taught the monkey tricks. Don't sell at the top of the market, because you know it's going to plummet. You want to be on your way up.
You just got to be on your way up.
You got to have that bit of carrot for your customer.
You got to give them. You got to leave something for them. Always got to leave something for someone. You know, you got to leave it, and that's what I did, and done really well out of that, and out of both them deals actually. And so, I'd always been involved in the Livestock Bulk Carrier Association. Ever since with the Hopkins boys, they got me involved in that, and I love it. I actually love that industry. Been on the executive there for probably 12 years now. And been president the last few years. I
see you're president.
And I really enjoy helping the mum and dads out there, like the mum and dad operators, and I enjoy the interaction with the big players too. But they all were mum and dads operators once, you know, and they've just gone across. And I just love being in. I love getting in front of ministers and just giving it to them, you know. I do. I get in a bit of trouble too, don't you? Like, you sort of, I do.
Is that passion?
Yeah,
exactly what it is. And passionate people get in trouble. I'm one of them.
And I'm one of them. Yeah, you see all these career bloody, I don't know. They say they're from the industry, but they're just career bloody paper pushers. You know, working for all these big companies, and all they do is kicking KPIs and stuff. And whereas I've got skin in the game, you know, these decisions these people are making are affecting me and my members. Right, and in fact, and it's all right for $1 billion company to fork out another 4% on rego or something like that, but 4% to me and the real people, that's a lot of bloody money, right? And because it's our wallet,
that's right.
And so I'll get there, and I sit on a few boards and stuff, and with government organisations, and I just tell the truth. I just give it to. I don't.
They wouldn't like that.
I don't. They don't like it when you fact check them. They don't like that too much. And like that, he's sort of stumping. Well, mate, when I was on the new highway yesterday or the day before, and I saw this, that's not what you think's happening. What's real?
Exactly.
It's not happening, you know. And I don't know if you remember a fellow called Duncan Gay. He was a really great roads minister for a long time, and anyway, he chairs a lot of these things that I'm on. He was a bit of a maverick too, and he sort of giggles. You could see him giggling to himself across the table. And now and then he'll kick me under the table. And he's up, mate.
Go easy, go easy.
Yeah, but I've been doing that for a fair while now, and I really do enjoy it. And I hope I make a change. I hope I make.
I think
a
it does.
difference.
You want real people doing those jobs.
Yeah,
It does make
100%.
a change, and you speak the truth. You know?
Yeah, and I hope I do, and that's why I do it. I'm very passionate about it, and it's probably my hobby.
Yeah.
To be fair, like I don't really do anything else but
Yeah.
that. I don't really go. I don't go to the pub and all that sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
that's my thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate about it. And you don't make everyone happy, and it's all a voluntary organisation, right? You don't make everyone happy, but as a leader, you got to make decisions sometimes, and not everyone's going to be happy with.
No,
and,
it'll never happen.
Yeah, and look, I'm so lucky to have really good people that work with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't say that with me. They don't work for me. They work with me, right?
Yeah.
And just I can leave my businesses.
Yeah.
That are all different divisions of it, and it runs.
Yeah.
And we still got to guide them and etc. That, but I'm so grateful to this day. I feel, and they make a mistake and they get pretty upset about it, but. One, if it's something that I could have influenced, well, it's my fault anyway. So I should have enabled them to be able to do whatever, stop that incident happening, and that. And I say to them, look, my job is to worry about 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. Your job's to worry about what is the immediate,
Yeah.
Don't you worry about what's going to happen
Yeah.
down the track, because I'm planning for that now.
Yeah.
And I'm got to empower them and ensure that they can implement those plans, right? Yeah, it sounds crappy, but it's the truth.
That's the truth. That's right.
You just,
Yeah.
And I would just wish more people would give more people some encouragement and try and give them that responsibility and allow them mistakes. I see, boss.
Yeah, because some of them are too scared to make a mistake, aren't they? And I had a boss. He's a very good boss. You'd say, "I've made a blue here," and he'd say, "Well, how did it happen?" He'd say, "Oh, this is how it happened." He'd say, "So what are you going to do to stop it from happening again?" And you say, "Oh, well, I've put this in place, blah blah blah." You always had to have what the blue, how did it happen, and what you put in place to stop it from happening again. He was good as he'd play on.
Yeah.
There was never it didn't matter what it was. It was
And that's how Rodger works.
You've got it covered, yeah.
And the Hoppy boys and that. They've always been, that was the stuff up, but what did we learn from it?
Yeah.
How are we going to stop it?
Yeah.
Move on.
And if it happened again, you had a size 12 Aaron Williams boot hanging out of your ass.
yeah.
If it happened again, it was a different story. Yeah.
And like, I really hope that people, you always got staff that'll come and go, but touch wood, like, I'm really proud of the fact that I don't have to really recruit.
Yeah.
Like, we probably wouldn't have had someone leave us in probably out of the 20 blokes there, probably, don't know, 14 months or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
And I like giving people a go. Like,
Yeah.
I really do. And that's probably half the problem. Well, you give people a go and they let you down, but it's just how it is. You can't say they didn't get the chance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully they, and the people that grab it and take it and go for it, and it's really, I get a lot of satisfaction out of people succeeding.
Yeah.
Like, watching people succeed.
Do you reckon now more than ever there's opportunity to succeed as well?
100%.
If you're a goer, I reckon
I don't think there's any better time than now. Like
you will leave people behind.
It's the perfect storm right now, right? For a few reasons. You got a transition of an ageing workforce.
Yeah.
So you've got so many people that are looking to retire.
Yep.
Right? And you've got so many people that just don't want to have a go.
Yep.
They
And
just,
soft.
and soft.
Yeah.
But soft, it sounds like I'm being hard, but they bloody well aren't.
They
Yeah.
are. So, I'm like you. I call a spade a
Well,
spade. They're soft.
Do you think we've missed a generation? That's what I'm in the work ethic. Do you think we've missed there's a gap?
There is a gap.
I do.
Yeah, 100%. And it's, do you know what? A lot of it's because I believe too. Some of it's because those manual jobs have disappeared,
Yep.
or the manual jobs have gone to new entrants to Australia because they're the ones that are happy to go do it.
That's right.
Right?
Because they were doing it back home.
100%.
Yep.
Now we've got these these people go, I don't want to go and work at
Yeah.
a processor.
Yeah.
Buddy, why not?
Because they've been told from mum that you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want to be a truck driver. Why? Because mum says.
Mum said I shouldn't have
I can
to.
bloody tell you, I've got blokes that make more money than doctors.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that's, to be fair, and they go on a bit, go to the mines. Don't know if you've seen a mining roster, but a truck driver's roster is probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're making the same money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and not only that, the mines, they are regimented in their shifts, and like it's nights as well. Like you've got you can add 10 years to your life if you want to be a mine, like in the mines. You can add 10 years pretty quick.
100%. And like when you say opportunity, the last 2 businesses I've purchased have been exactly that. I've seen opportunity. Retiree, 30-year business, 50-year business, 50 years fella going for.
Yeah.
And they got retirement. And there's opportunity there there was opportunity to grow those businesses. So that's what we done. And I've got great people around me that we can do that. But 100%, we've lost a great opportunity in this country, I reckon, to advance it, to have another great economic boom around.
Yeah.
Look, it frustrates the hell out of me. Like, people don't want to have a go. Proper. No. They just want to be at the top. They don't want to be the floor boy. They want to be the foreman.
Yeah.
Right? And you can't. And there needs to be floor boys.
Yeah.
100%. There's got to be floor, and there's got to be a foreman. But there's a big step in between here that needs to be filled too. But it's opportunity abound out here, and you've got to be positive, and you've got to back yourself, and you've got to realise that it's not all going to be bloody scones and cream.
No.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of bloody dry weeks.
How many?
And they're still out there. Like there's a lot of soft ones, but there are hard ones out there. We
Oh,
know
and they're
a couple
coming
of-
again.
and they're coming into their own. Like we know a 23-year-old kid's got his own shop and he's just killing it.
Yeah.
'Cause he has a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't real good at school either. Left school at 15 or 16, went out working and just gunned it. He's they're still out there. There's
We've got young truck drivers that are doing it. Under
oh,
25,
yeah, we've
they're
got
buying
2
houses.
Yeah.
And this is right. Like with the Livestock Bulk Carriers Association, we do a thing called Young Driver.
Yeah.
Blokes under 30.
Yeah.
And we give them. They come and they do a little interview and stuff, and then they go and we give them $5,000 cash and a tour to America. You know, as a encouragement. But there goes. Like there is these ones that have seen the opportunity.
Oh, they're out there.
And like trucking game's bloody tough. And when I say tough, it's a very high capital business, high input, high turnover, single digit profits, net profits. No good living off turnover. It's leftover.
That's right.
Leftover is single digit, low single digit net. So you got to turn a lot to do it. So, and it's like I say to people, they go, "Oh, it's just a truck." I said, "Mate, it's like this. You go and buy that unit over there for $700,000. You got 30 years to pay it off. Yeah, you got 5.
Yeah.
On the outside, you got 5 to pay the truck off.
Yeah.
Right. You got 5 years to get rid of $700,000 plus interest.
Yeah.
Plus on costs.
Yep.
And it's going to need a rebuild in that time anyway.
Yep.
So it's just
Tyres,
fuel,
everything.
etc. And like,
So
and an employer,
Yep.
we're the highest with our workers' comp premiums. Behind mining, we're the next highest.
Yeah.
Really?
Right. So I think we're up to 7.8% or something of our total wage bill. And when you're paying blokes $200,000 a year,
Yep.
that's a high amount, right? So there's a lot of on costs that the consumer doesn't see that we've got to
Well, just I say it all the time. On top of a butcher's wage, you can add 42% on cost. That's a butcher's wage.
all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, if your compo's higher, that's even more.
Yeah, it's really, and then you go, don't start me on stamp duty, the tax you get.
Yeah. But we talk about it all the time, like the
Payroll
cost of
tax.
living up, and like the cost of living is up so much. What do we do these days that doesn't involve fuel?
Yeah, there's nothing.
And how much is fuel? It's doubled.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a consumable, right?
Yeah.
It's that, and everyone needs it. In Australia, we can't move it. Well, we can't function without it, right?
That's right.
But it's a great opportunity, and I really encourage people to get into it, like into the transport or into the industry.
Yeah.
Red meat, white meat, whatever.
Even where you start doesn't mean that's where you finish.
Nah.
Oh, in
Like, look at yourself.
transport's another one. Yeah.
What were you doing? Pulling fillets with old love, and then now look at you.
And just say yes, right?
Yeah.
But I really encourage people that are in a position to influence younger people to take the time to do it. You know, that's the other thing. Like, you just got to take.
Be nurturing, not bullying. Like, be a leader. Yeah.
I've never ever seen anyone learn from being yelled at for a start. I've never seen a change in your business from going off your chopper.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't.
Oh, I used to say that all the time, didn't you? And you just think,
you
mate,
see it all the time, and you think you look over the fence at other businesses, and you think, mate, What are you doing? And you complain you can't get people.
Well, I was about to say,
yourself.
people that carry on like that, normally they're looking for the gate. Their staff are looking for the gate. Then any opportunity that comes up, they're out. Like they're not there to hang around.
Yeah. And look, I've had people leave, and I always will have. But that's the nature. That's.
But hopefully they're leaving to better themselves.
100%. Yeah. If people are leaving to better themselves, I will go.
Oh, you never stop that. Yeah,
I will help them.
Yeah.
You know? But when I know that they're leaving to go to something a lot worse, it's like,
or easier.
You say, mate, you sure about that? And you know the industry's the size it is. You know what's going to come to them, and it does. But no, they'll live with that. But I get a real kick out of it when I see Blake buy a house, or even if he upgrades his car. To be honest, I know cars aren't the greatest investment. I always tell them that's bad debt, boys.
Yeah, bad debt. Yeah.
But I still get a kick out of it, especially because they're quite proud of it.
Yeah.
Worked hard and all the rest of it, and we try and do what I can for my people. That's for sure. Like, I've got an African fella actually. He's just going back to Kenya to get his family. So 3 years since he's seen his family, and I sponsored him and brought him out. And,
now that's sacrifice.
Yeah, it is.
Mate, sacrifice isn't the word. So his wife, they got the go for her to come out. The youngest was 3 months old, baby, and she left it behind in Kenya to come out because, if you missed the time, you're not getting back. Yeah. And so she hadn't seen him. And great people working hard, like proper hard, doing. Yep. She's doing, both. He's actually a chemist by trade, and she's a nurse and doing all the hard yards, right? But just so grateful. And you talk about like how lucky we are in Australia. We were driving somewhere the other day, and he said, "Oh, boss, how much those cattle there?" And I pulled up. I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I got cattle like that in Kenya." I saw it. Yeah, it's how much they worth here. He says, "In Kenya, $1,000." I said, "Mate," he goes, "Yeah, and 3-year-old, right?" Yeah. And I said, "They're about 14 months old, and they're about 2,500, 2,800. Yeah. He's like, "Hey?" He goes, "No." I was like, yeah. And like you look at that and you think, bloody hell, like, and we're so lucky that we can. That one, we're producing animals like that. You think if anyone needs to produce kilos of meat, would be those sort of countries. But they just don't have the investment to do it. But improving people is big for me, and encouraging people, and the Livestock Bulk Carrier Association, I think, do a good job for advocating for the underdog. And that's what I'm a first generation in trucking, and it's hard going. Like first generation in farming, like I tried that and failed, and learnt the hard way. That I reckon the one thing too is you got to have that fail. You got to have that loss somewhere. And I wish mine was as big as it was, but it was. but geez, it made me use the truth pencil, not.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. Bloody
pipe dreams don't pay, do they? Yeah.
No, not open, buddy. Yeah. And that's the sad thing about it. And there's plenty of pipe dreams that fail, but one day the right dream
will come off. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to keep going back and having a go. Yeah. And there's resilience, right? Like it's a bit of a bloody, trendy word, but it's true. You just have that resilience.
How many? All three of us have heard this probably a majority of our career, off your mates or off younger people or off anyone, partners, whatever. How many times have you been told, "I wouldn't do what you're doing," or "I wouldn't do that"?
All the time.
But you can do that.
Yeah.
And look at now. We're sitting around having a beer and talking.
I used to say to the old man, we'd be out feeding hay or something, 40 degrees. I'd be going, "Dad, this is fucked." And he said, "Well, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It's got to be hard,
Yeah.
Jeff Hopkins used to say to me all the time, "If it's hard, it's right."
That's right. Yeah.
He's bloody, but he's right. He was proper right. Like, if it's hard, the harder it is, the righter, more right it is.
And less people will do it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You want to do everything Rodger said all the time, you want to do everything no one else wants to do.
That's right.
100%.
The old man said, if they're all running that way, he said, you run that way.
Yeah. If everyone's getting out, you get in.
Get in, exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
And there's a lot of more.
A lot of it is you just have a crack.
100%.
Yeah, you've got to have a
it.
crack.
Just say yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it comes down.
Shannon Walker told us that.
Shannon Walker's to say yes.
He never says no.
Yeah.
Questions. You ready?
Righto, go.
Not much warning. I think I gave you about an hour.
Yeah. I got to see what my answer.
We got talking on the phone. Although this one's going to be pretty. This one's going to be pretty easy.
That's a Fieldy special.
Yeah.
Who is your biggest mentor of your career?
I think we know the answer to that one.
I actually got. I reckon I got 3 there. I'll just check my notes.
Geez, we got some sponsors, haven't we? I've got all them sponsors on the pages there.
So my old man,
Yep.
and probably mum, but my old man. Just side note, got diagnosed with MS when he was 31.
Yep.
I'm one of 4 kids.
Yep.
And just
31.
woke up one morning, couldn't move. All they could do is blink. They thought he had a stroke. And anyway, got taken to Sydney, whatever. And long story short of that, he ended up getting a really good doctor, put him on experimental drugs. And to this day, like, he only retired probably 5 years ago. And he went to this, these help groups, whatever, and come home and said, "How'd you go?" And he said, "I ain't ever going back." He said, "They're all sitting around waiting to die."
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." He says, "He's going to learn to live with me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to live with it."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Right? And to this day, like, he ran a successful business, and just never stopped. Like, he worked a lot. He come from proper, and people say he come from nothing. He proper did. And but he's left us we still alive, but he's leaving us way better than what he started with, And so he put the work ethic into me, And Mum did too, of course. She looked after 4 kids under 5, My dad was out working, and just be a good person. It's pretty simple.
It is,
Just be a good person. Like, fair income.
Well, we say it all the time. One of our major things on here is you surround yourself with good people, you'll be a good person.
100%.
Surround yourself with dickheads, what are you going to be?
Yeah.
You're going to be a
But
dickhead.
if you're a good person too, you attract other good people.
Yeah.
If you're a dickhead, you attract other dickheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look over the road there,
It's like the ocean.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bottom dwellers.
That's right. Yeah.
Top,
Yeah.
Obviously, Rodger Fletcher, major influence on my life.
Yeah.
What a great influence to have.
And Jeff and Steve Hopkins,
Yeah.
they taught me the ins and outs of transport, and
Yeah.
had Steve how to watch your money and how to budget and finance, and Hoppy taught me just streetwise.
Yeah.
And he was proper streetwise, that fella.
Yeah.
And very famous, like, pretty well known in the industry for being pretty wild in the day. He actually
He knew how to get runs on the ball.
he worked for Dennis Robertson on refrigerated railways, and anyway, he's got still got pay. Hoppy still had pay slips from when he was there, like 10,000 k's for the week and stuff like this. And there's stories. He'd pull in on the dock, your joint, for example, and he'd come in loaded trailer, and he'd walk up to you and say, you'd be on the dock. Say, "What do you got on?" He'd say, "I've got Melbourne or Adelaide, whatever." He goes, "Get out, take." He goes, "What? I'm taking your load." They're like, "No, not my load." He just pull you out of the truck, give you a bit of take your trailer, make you take the trailer off, he'd take your load, and they'd go back into the office and complain. And old Dan's been, "What Jeffrey gets, Jeffrey wants, Jeffrey gets."
Yeah, really?
Yeah, he was a mole maker. He was a bit chemically enhanced for a fair bit of it.
Oh, yeah, they were back then.
The
good old days.
But great mentor for being that streetwise in the transport industry, and Steve financially. And Rodger just, he really grounded, like, gave me that opportunity.
Yeah.
Let's face it, I wouldn't have. I wasn't real bright, and I wasn't
Without that phone call,
without that phone call, I was just lucky I was home, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, usually I'd be outside, grazing around the horses or something. But, anyway.
Pretty important phone call.
It was, and I'm very grateful to the McDonald boys for giving me a go-to in trucks. That's that very much so. But they're probably, there's probably people I miss, but they're the ones that come to head.
Favourite cut of meat and how you cooking it?
I've got to say, loin chops, mate.
Lamb loin chops. I like it.
We've got them on special at the moment.
Mate, I just
I like it.
I'll just whack them on the bloody hot plate, mate.
Yeah.
Cook them in their fat.
And you can't
Heaps
miss
of
with
tail.
it. You don't miss, do you?
Keep tail, I think bloody sacrilege not to leave a tail. You
Yeah,
can't
heaps of
miss them,
tail.
mate. Like, they're so good.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'll tell you what.
Do you cut them thick or thin?
Huh? Oh, no, thin.
Oh, true.
I like to crisp them up.
I was about to say the old man, he'd cut the tails off and he'd give him another run in the pan.
Yeah.
Crispy and right up. He
yeah,
said, oh, no,
yeah.
burn the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Leg chops aren't too bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah. But I'll tell you, like, Mrs. Fletcher, she was good at this, like, breast and flap.
Yeah.
We just cut it up
Yeah.
and put bloody home brand barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah.
Leave it in the fridge for 2 or 3
Let
days.
it marinate, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been putting them in the
Do them in
air.
the oven. Yeah, air
I've been
fryer,
putting them in
yeah.
the air fryer. Oh, mate.
I've got to get an air fryer.
Oh, get
Oh,
it.
no, get one. Yeah.
Everyone
game
tells
changer.
me.
Get the
Everyone. This is
Ninja double chamber. Get them, mate. They're the best.
Game changer.
Yeah, you were sponsored by. Everyone keeps telling me. Ninja
Oh, no, they're
Oh, no, they're the best.
I got one because everyone had one. And I
went
was
together,
like, yeah,
remember, old mate?
Yeah, we went and got ours together. Mate, game changer.
Yeah,
I've got 2 in the house now. I've got one with trays and one with a,
I just don't know if I trust myself. Think the amount of stuff I'd be cooking up.
you don't have to. Oh, yeah, they're
No, but
dangerous.
it's actually a little bit healthier. It's actually because you're not cooking it in that fat. It's actually
What I
really,
like
really
about them
good.
too, you can put it in half hour, 180, whatever it is, and you can piss off and do something else. Podcast editing or something. You come back and your feed's cooked.
It goes ding. You're on.
I've been putting the breast and flap in the bloody with the bogey sauce in the smoker a bit.
Oh,
Been enjoying that. Been enjoying that. Yeah. You don't have bloody enough time to be doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm making time lately with the old taco. I'm loving it.
But loin, yeah, can't get it wrong.
Yeah. So I cut them a bit thicker and
Yeah, I like them
yeah,
too.
I
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. And I'll seal the tail. I'll seal it on the.
You know where they
really
cut them on the
hot?
joint?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
thick.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, and
If I was smoking them, I'd cut them thick. But
Yeah.
if I'm just hot plate.
Yeah.
Just,
Very good. I want Christy. I want loin chops. How do you? Now this is a really hard one. All right, and I want you to tell the truth here.
Okay, this is coming back to
Yeah.
Demi Lowback. I said there is. You couldn't say a bad word about her. There is one thing.
No, there's a bad word.
and this is
yeah.
what we're coming back to.
How do you go working with Demi Lowback and her Samsung phone?
tell you what.
It's
I don't know what, no, I have no words for it. Like, the intervention's got to happen. Like,
it's got to happen. She's got to be pulled up.
Mate, like just one of them people. Like,
Yeah.
it's just cult.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
But get out of it.
You do. You have to go past it, don't you? Like you have to get rid of it.
I tell you, like you'd be there somewhere talking to some stakeholders or whatever. They pull their iPhone out. Sorry, I have an Android, not a Samsung, and they're just disgust.
We did the same.
on the average person.
So-
Like, but then you get the,
She
then
hates
you-
hearing it.
Yeah, then you get the odd one goes, oh yeah. I'm like,
No, you go away.
no way.
We get artwork done by her for our shirts. Like she's on the back of our
Impossible
shirts.
to fax it.
It's
You
a
know,
ni-
fax it.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I said, no, you got to do Messenger. Demi, no. She goes, I'll send it. No, you can't because you got one of them Samsungs. I said, no, you got to do it by Messenger. So she's got to email a picture or Messenger. You can't text it like anyone else.
No.
No,
Good.
good.
Demi, you got to get an iPhone.
Might as well get a bloody fax machine. That's
Come on,
what I
Demi, do better. Get an
I'll have a chat to Mick. Just make her get an iPhone.
It's a bloody. Some days, to be honest, a bit embarrassing.
Yeah. I don't blame you. You can't go to the sale yards with someone with
Don't pull your phone out at the sale.
Yeah, don't keep saying it. Bloody hell.
There you go, Demi.
Demi, that's for
You heard it here first.
Favorite place you have worked? Like you've been around a lot. Like you've gone to a lot of different places. I don't mean what favorite company, but favorite place that work has taken you. Overseas, even you've done a bit overseas.
I like Australia.
Yeah.
Favorite place? There's some good places you go like all around. I love the New England.
Yep.
Yeah, or just getting out in the bush out there. Also, I really enjoy like out Cobar,
Oh, okay.
out that way.
Hillston?
Yeah, Hillston.
Good fishing there. I'll go to a
Yeah.
fishing comp out there.
Hermondale. Had a fair few good nights at Hermondale Pub. Like,
You would have seen some good pubs.
yeah, it had a good feet. But I just love Australia, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just I don't like the city. I don't like it at all. But I just love Australia. Like really fair. Like,
Best country in the world.
Well,
Yeah, look.
everyone says to me, "Are you going to go overseas?" And I think, why am I going to the second
Why'd you
best
need
when I
to?
live in
Yeah.
the best?
Yeah.
I've been in the States and that, and in Europe and all the rest of it. And that sounds biased, but
You'd fit into the States, but I walked out of there looking for you before. I've just come straight in front of the camera, but I was out there looking for you. I said, I wonder what sort of cars you got. And I'm going, Chevy, a Ram, or a Land Cruiser V8. Guess what? Ram.
I was going to say Ram.
I picked it like a dirty nose.
There's a story behind that, and it was cheap. So.
You didn't say no.
Yeah. But, no, honestly, Australia's a good place.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. Like, fair. Like,
Yeah.
people go, oh, yeah, you haven't travelled to wherever. Mate, have you been up to bloody Leachfield National Park? You know, have you been up into down Oxley Falls? And, people are paying, see, probably substandard stuff. And you go up here for free.
Yeah.
National Park, mate.
Yeah.
Well, have they taken a train over the Blue Mountains?
Nah, they've never taken it.
No.
Mountains.
Like, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So I do love the New England though. Like I love like where I live.
Well,
really.
I reckon in this podcast, and someone can count it. I reckon you've said, "I've gone back home." I reckon you've mentioned that about 8 times.
Yeah.
Each time you said it, you could see there was a little smile.
Yeah, I do love it. There's a draw there for whatever reason.
Yeah.
People talk about that draw of home, and
Yeah.
it just is, and it's not because of. I do love my family, but it's not because of family. It's just because of
where you belong.
where I belong. I feel like I belong there.
Yeah.
You know.
But how massive has it gotten now?
Tamworth's awesome.
That is
It's
huge.
full, the services and that. It's just it's awesome.
We've got 3 abattoirs, right?
Yeah.
In itself.
Yeah.
So that in itself, the mining,
Yeah.
healthcare, etc. We're booming up
The
there.
sporting centres out there, that is unbelievable.
It's building a big new aquatic centre there. At the
Yeah,
moment,
right.
Starting on it, but it's just proper home. Like for me, it's home. Look, you used to get on the plane, you know someone. These days, you don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well,
Even walk, not to go down the street much, but unlikely to see someone that, like, you see someone you might.
It's gotten that big.
It's just a big town now, mate.
Yeah.
Proper. Yeah. And but yeah, I just loved all that area out there, so
Beautiful.
don't plan on leaving.
What's next for Wade Lewis?
Don't know. I read that before and I thought about it. I'm starting to run out of birthdays to be doing too many more. too many more
Just keep saying yes.
ventures, but just keep saying yes. Exactly. You sum it up. I'll just be keeping saying yes.
Yeah.
Where it lands, I don't know, but I'll just keep saying yes and doing the best for my people and my family.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Like that's the plan at the moment.
It's the best answer you can come up with.
Probably, to be honest, I reckon I've got to have a little bit. And my people have been really good at it in the last. Have been good at it, trying to get me a bit more downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it will catch up.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
I used to have those times, and I would I'd say on a Saturday I was like nothing.
Yeah.
But every 6 weeks on a Saturday, nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I've got to do that more often. And I've got two little girls, but 2 daughters, and they'll be gone before you know it.
Oh, geez, that goes quick.
So probably need to see them a little bit more as well.
Yeah.
Goes so quick.
Yeah. And that's I'd say to people who families of people who are in business, sort of people you're not there because you don't want to be there. It's because you're just trying to leave something better for you. You know.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a supportive family, especially in transport.
Yeah.
Like,
Meat industry for sure.
meat industry
100%.
as well. Like you always go and work.
Yeah.
You know, scrack a clock. You know, and not
We're up and
then
into it.
coming back in here.
Yeah.
And it's the meat games and the meat games awesome. The agriculture's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Full stop. Like it is, man.
And just opportunity after opportunity. It just depends what you're going to... And we ain't talking earlier. You've just got to find something that excites you the most and go down that road. So you're going to be doing it a long time. You love what you're doing. You're going to do a good job. And the money and the success comes with that, doesn't it?
I'm glad you said money. Don't chase money.
No.
These people are idiots.
And I think you can get caught in that. We were talking before as a young fella. Like I was, you go, I was doing an operations manager job. I was good at it. Money was good, but I was looking at the status and the job title and the money.
Yeah.
But you can get lost in that when my real love of what I do is selling.
Yeah.
Talking to customers that drive you mad sometimes, but that's what I'm happiest doing. And you think, why didn't I do that 10 years ago? You know,
Yeah.
because you're chasing the money all the time. Don't get stuck on that if you're a young bloke.
The money will come.
Exactly. Find what part of the industry you're most excited about and focus on that.
And the
Because that's what
money-
you'll be the best at.
Exactly.
and the money will come quicker.
Yeah.
That fair thing.
And if you're doing something you love, we've all got to work. Like you've got to do something. If you're doing something that you love, those big days aren't as big if you're doing something that you.
What they say, if you're doing it and you love it, it's not a job. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's about true.
So,
Yeah.
that's us.
Very good.
What a legend.
Absolute legend. Thanks for coming in, Lewis. That's an awesome yarn, mate. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
And it just what a wide range of. Like I said, I was stalking you a bit. Jesus Christ! This bloke's all over the place. Like abattoirs, transport.
Yeah, stopped. He's never said no.
Yeah. Mythbuster. When they say truck drivers don't care about stock,
Yeah.
they care.
Oh, no, they do.
They don't do that job
No.
because they don't care for animals. Most, or not most, you're driving a livestock truck because you care for animals.
Yeah.
Well, we say it all the time, like, all the way from the farmer, like, this...
And they understand the animal. I find livestock drivers, they understand. They pull up like that. They're not just carting freight. Like they've got animal welfare issues, and they've got to get them at the other end with no bruising. The animal's got to be happy. They know what they're doing.
We say it all the time. This animal cruelty stuff, it's not done by anyone that gets paid by that. By that animal.
Yeah. No.
That animal earns them money.
And-
they need to look after it so that the next animal's coming.
Yeah.
Because they start being cruel to it and hurting it and damaging it, no one's going to buy it. They don't have a job.
And your livestock drivers are 99% of the time they're good stockmen.
Yeah.
Good stockmen aren't cruel to animals. No. They just understand the animal. They know where to put the animal, how to handle the animal, how to keep the animal calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We recently just rewrote the animal welfare transport standard for, we just thought we just needed to tighten up a bit, and we worked with a couple of peak animal bodies like RSPCA and Animal Angels.
Yeah.
And like, to be fair, like people give them criticism and whatever, but if you have a sensible conversation with them, job's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? They're looking for it's what you just said. It's the idiot, like the people who they don't make their living from the animal.
That's right.
And these cameras are a bad thing.
Yeah.
You can edit that down.
We talk about that a lot.
I was about to say, like, you want them to come down. If there's one bloke doing the wrong thing and it's affecting 10 others, you want them to get out there and come down on you. Because you only need one person to pull a camera out. Next minute, that's what we all do.
Yeah. But what you're saying also about the camera, we seen something not so long ago, and we actually got up and about it, like with what was going on. There was over a 6-month period, there was 2 minutes of film. That's all.
You can make it look like a
So that's an investigation, right? A massive investigation that took 6 months to do, and all they could come up with was 2 minutes of film.
Bad footage.
And that film that they did come up with didn't show all the angles.
No.
Didn't show any risk. Yeah, there was some bad stuff, but and I don't condone any of that. But I also want to hear the whole story.
Yeah.
And that's what I think we need to.
Just until recently, you couldn't take livestock through the tunnel in Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
So you literally had to go through to Melbourne CBD next to Albert Park.
Yeah, right.
And then there was a corner you had to turn, and there were people there in suits, like it's the CBD.
Yeah.
Cameras out. Like you don't, the odd sheep would just, they slip or whatever and pop their leg out.
Yeah,
They pull it straight back in.
Pull it straight back in, yeah.
But they'd get that second when the foot popped out, like.
Oh, this guy here can do anything with cut.
Yeah.
He can do anything with a photo.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
And that's the other problem, like.
Yeah.
But we're real passionate about looking after the animal because we all make it. They're our livelihood. But you're also doing it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
And I really get upset when people go, "Oh, the truck driver don't care."
Yeah.
Trucks don't. By the way, trucks can't do more than 100.
Yeah.
They're speed limited, so there's not a speeding truck.
Yeah.
And when you see an accident that goes, "Oh, truck hit car," 82%
Every time.
82% of accidents that where a light vehicle and a truck, the light vehicle caused the accident.
Yeah.
Trying to swerve out in front.
How important are them dash cams and everything for trucks?
Yeah.
Well, that's a game changer, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got one step further. So we've got AI in our trucks, so they're looking forward at the road all the time. They're also looking at the driver.
Yep.
They're not like we're not sitting there watching a video of a bloke driving on this
No.
conversations, just looking at their behaviours.
Yeah.
So if he thinks you're looking out the window, distracted too much, say, hey,
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm telling you
right,
now.
distracted.
Yeah, that happens.
If you get tired,
Yeah.
it says you're getting tired.
Yes.
Suggested break, and then it gives me an alert
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
that you're getting
Shit.
tired.
And you might ring him and say, "Oh, how you going,
Pull
mate?"
up for a
So-
snooze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might need a nap. Shakes the seat. If you fall asleep, it'll shake the seat.
Yeah,
beep
right.
at you, wake you up.
Yeah.
And then looking forward, like if you're tailgating,
Yeah.
it'll say, "Hey, make your distance wider."
up, yeah.
It knows though if someone cuts in front of you. If blokes go through stoplights, don't give way. All these sort of things are getting it all. But what it's doing, it's learning what the AI. When I say AI, it's learning the driver's behaviour. So. I'm a bad one. I love looking out and seeing what's going on in the paddock.
And it knows you. It's picking up that you do that all
But
the
it
time.
knows.
Yeah.
It learns. At first few times, it'll give a bit of
Yeah.
a whinge at you, but then it learns. Oh no, it's pretty normal for him to do that. But if I look out there for 5 seconds or 6 seconds, I'll go, "Hey, look back this way."
Yeah.
It's just a prompt.
Well-
And
Even
Well, Murray Valley had it.
Yeah.
Remember? And it would tell you when you brake too hard.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
When you're going like pushing the boundaries,
jam the brakes on or
jamming the
something.
brakes on, or you're driving what they call aggressive driving and all that sort of stuff. But
that's-
send a
that's all
report
my
every day.
trucks do.
That's handy to have.
Yeah.
If you've got a driver that's behaviour, like it picks up on your behaviour and then finds that he's behaving differently that day, well, there's something wrong. He's either tired or there's something.
Well, I can tell you now. I'm driving, and then when I'm starting to play the drums on the steering wheel,
Yeah.
and I'm moving around a lot, Christy goes, "Oh, you pull up."
Yeah, or while wind a window down. Like anyone
radio
driving.
up, window down,
Yeah.
bloody things.
Nat'll do that. If we're driving along, I'll wind the window. She go, "Do you want me to drive?" She knows
Yep.
I'm.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good operators are doing that. And I say to blokes out there, if your boss is not like if you're getting pushed and
Yep.
breaking the law and that and all that, leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Because there's plenty of good operators out there.
Yeah,
that'll
you
take
don't have to
it.
work for a
Yeah.
shit one.
Nah.
With that AI stuff, right? This is just a butcher shop thing. If you've got that AI in your trucks, does that help your insurance?
Nah.
Okay, why
think it
not?
would, eh?
Yeah.
Why not?
I know. There's one insurance company that if you got a brand thing called Seeing Machine, that if you fall
Yep.
asleep, shake seat, they give you a very small discount.
Okay.
But
In a butcher shop, it does.
yeah, and this is our argument as the industry.
Yeah.
Like, hang on, we're being the right person. We're doing all the technology. And I mean, this stuff's expensive.
Oh, it's spending the money. That's
They're
right.
spending the money, mate.
Yeah.
Thousands a month.
But even bone, like it was a boning room.
Yeah.
The more cameras we had helped.
Yeah. So you put a
Yeah.
butcher shop, your premiums can come down a certain percentage. But I think in one of the companies I was working for, we put cameras over the top of the bandsaws.
Yeah, that's what I had. Yeah.
$3,000 a year it
Yeah,
saved.
yeah, just having cameras everywhere where there's accident points.
No, on the bandsaw, because what they found, this sounds terrible, but they had a couple of cases where a bloke was nearing retirement,
Yeah, doing it himself.
bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd just nick themselves and hurt
After
themselves.
that, I'd
enough.
rather go to work.
You know, real bad one I saw back in the day. So saws here, we were cutting hot sets, leg,
Yep.
line legs. So you push through the H bone,
Yeah.
and because it's hot, it's still the
Sticking there.
it bend.
Yeah.
You sort of naturally your arms go out.
Yeah.
I've walked past, old mate's hanging on the H bone and feeding through. And I'm like, hey, get off that machine.
Yeah.
I jumped on and I'm cutting it. I called the trainer to come up.
Yeah.
Hey, let's retrain this bloke.
Yeah.
Trainer shows him. We watch 20, 30 sets go through. Yep, he's doing it right.
Yep.
The two of us stand up. We turn around and we walk 3 metres away. And we just, holy.
Got
Coming
him.
out straight through here, mate. All gone, eh? It's
Really?
flapping there on the
Because of what he went back to his elbow.
went back. And we can record it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, bloody hell, mate.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. Like,
Yeah.
but he didn't do it on purpose. But
Yeah.
it,
Life-changing, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The worst, we had unfortunately, a few bad ones in the early days. Fella not wearing his mesh
Yep.
jacket, you know?
Yeah.
He's in mesh vest. Anyway, he's bone. And he bloody drops his knife.
Yeah.
And it's come this way. And I've seen him drop it. And I'm like, don't grab it. Like, we never grab the knife, right? He's grabbed it and he stepped into it, straight into his groin. Yeah. And I've yelled at him, don't pull it out. And of course, he pulls it out.
That can kill you. You get hit in the groin.
Oh, it's an artery, yeah.
It's an artery, yeah.
And he was gone. So I went up there, ran up, put my thumb and this finger into his groin and just squeezed on the feel the artery pumping. I'm thinking, he's done. Picked him up on my shoulder and carried him down the stairs put him in the first aid room. I was on top of him and pressuring him. The nurse was like, yeah, he's in a bad way. And where we were a fairly long way from any ambulance and stuff, but the flying doctors turned. He lived.
Where?
There. But anyway, we won't talk about bad things happening in the industry, but just shows you how quickly, if you're not doing the right, we provided the mesh glove.
That's right.
I worked at a joint, and in induction, they'll show them photos of what happens if a bandsaw accident, a mincer accident.
Yeah.
What happens when your hand goes in a tenderizer?
Yeah.
That's another.
Yeah. Oh, it's enough to scare you.
It's like confetti, you know.
Oh.
So you get that respect for it, you know. And you see me on the bandsaw, I'm very slow. The reason being, I've run a lot of blokes to hospital with missing fingers, and one bloke cut off half into his hand. And
But
we're driving to hospital, and we had it all wrapped up, and he's unwrapped it, and he's looking at it. I said, Albert, wrap it back up. He goes, he's Fijian. He goes, no, it's all right, brother. He goes, I won't pass it. I said, wrap it up because I will. And I'm driving the car, you know.
And the reason why they wanted the bandsaws above the people, and the cameras above the bandsaws, was so that they could say, well, if you done what you were trained, or if you're wearing the PPE, or if you're doing things properly, that wouldn't have happened. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're doing it wrong, something's going to go wrong.
That's right. Yeah, 100%.
Anyway, that's another tangent. We've done very well on the tangents today.
Righto, guys, I'm going to wrap it up
Brendan.
there because I could talk to this fella for hours and hours and hours.
Demi did warn us.
Demi did warn us, yeah. Nah, it's been awesome. Wade, thanks for coming in, mate.
Thank you.
We're going to wrap it up there, guys. We'll touch base again on Thursday for a normal Thursday yarn. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
From the stockyards down to the butcher's block, we're cutting it real, no need for talk. If you walk the yards, you know that sound. The meat game's beating like a drum in the ground. Welcome to the Meat Game Podcast, where the bulls run wild and the stories last. Legends born where the work gets done. Country strong under the outback sun. Raise your glass, crank it loud, make it blast. This is the Meat